Hey everybody, welcome to another installment of Brad Eats Stuff's auxiliary video offshoot. Brad drinks stuff, and in this case, Brad compares stuff. Hey, Tulip City is right here too. All right. And my mom. So, all right. So, in Japan, beer is taxed on its malt content. The more malt, the more tax they pay, and therefore the higher the cost of the beer. So, a lot of the companies have gotten creative by using less malt and like other ingredients to make something what they call a 第三 beer or third beer. It's basically a beer-like substance. It's just got a little malt content. Right? There are a ton of them, and all of the major beverage companies have one of these for available for sale, if not more. Hey, Mr. Denicola, there we go. So, a while back, Aeon, who is the group that is like My Basket and Mini Stop and the Aeon Malls, major retail company, they've had something called Barreal for a long time. It's their third beer, and it's honestly it's the cheapest on the market, and you can get it in kind of regular, low calorie and rich taste, which is 6% alcohol instead of 5. So they did a formula change some time ago. And hey, Kendra, they did a formula change some time ago. They put in apparently this special hop, this Ibuki hop, and I did a comparison video, and I didn't really notice the difference. But then again, I am an unrefined rube. Anyway, not long ago, they updated it again, and of course, every time they do a major overhaul, the price goes up. It's still the cheapest game in town, but they're still raising the price. So this is the last update. This is Barrio Grand, rich taste. It's a 6% alcohol, and it's got this Ibuki hop in it. This is the new formula. I know it looks almost exactly the same. The little chevron or whatever's on the other side, and the little thing that says it's alcohol is different color. But this one is the old one, and this one is the new one. All right. So I've tried both of these, but I have not done a taste test. And since I've got all this time on my holiday break, I figure, yeah, let's test these out. All right. First, let's go with the last updated formula. Go. Right. There we go. Pour one in there. And then we'll go a bit more. This is of the newer. There we go. I'm getting a little bit more of a head on that one, although, all right. So, this is the last updated formula. Let's give it a try here. Okay, so that's not bad. It's not bad. It's not the best tasting thing around there, but it tastes fine. On a hot day, it's definitely refreshing. On a cold day, it'll warm you up. Yeah, that's fine. All right, now, this is the newer Formula One here. All right. That's not bad. I can't tell if it's any different, though. I feel like it might be a little bit smoother, although I have had these for a little bit longer. I don't think they're past their sell-by date, but you can't get the old formula anymore. Those are long since gone from the stores. All right. Well, let's give it a shot here. It's a little bit bitter. It's not too bad. All right. We'll try the newer one. Again, I'm not really tasting much of a difference between the two. Clearly, this is something that they're doing, I think, just to restoke the brand awareness for Barreal as if they need to. It is the cheapest one around, and their stores are everywhere. Aeon has malls, especially if you go to like small country towns. There will almost always be an Aeon mall out that way with multiple stores in it, and they have their own grocery store inside there called Max Value, which I actually do have a video on my channel of just a large Max Value. I walked through the entire store, and it does take a while. It's one of my most watched videos. But the more visible portion of the Aeon group is what they call My Basket, which is kind of halfway between grocery store and convenience store. So they're a little bit bigger and have a better selection than a convenience store, but not as much as a grocery store, and the prices are, I don't know, somewhere in the middle. And then there's Mini Stop, which is their convenience store chain. Noteworthy mostly because they have the standard convenience store stuff and like soft serve ice cream. So you can actually go in there and get, a sandwich or a beer, and you walk out with a cone, soft serve cone. Let's give these one more try. All right. Last revision. It's good. All right. And then the newer revision. Yeah, I'm honestly not tasting any significant difference in these. Should I try one more round of taste tests, or do we think that's conclusive, or rather inconclusive enough? Yes, Kendra, the container change. Well, I mean, the last one, the container changed a little more drastically, but yeah, in this case, basically they moved the stuff to either side, and this one has more writing on it. What does this one say? Kokukai ajiwai. So basically, like a deep, flavorful taste, I guess. And this one is Yutaka na kaori to richi na ajiwai. Oh, so like a flavorful aroma and a rich taste. All they did was just change the flavor text on here. Okay, so what do we think? One more round, or is there anything you guys would like to know about some of the third beer stuff here, or anything else? I mean, you got me on the stream here. Yeah, here's the weird part. The new price before tax is the old price with tax. I thought that was kind of an odd little coincidence. The amount of money that you spend on one now before adding tax is what the old price was after adding tax. It's like, seems a little too on the nose to me. I mean, I don't either. I learned a little bit when I worked at a restaurant. I've learned a little more since moving here. Some of the stuff they have here, like that the Suntory punch that I sometimes have on camera that I've reviewed, the melon punch, the milk coat punch, the grape, the orange. Those are basically third beers. They're just flavored rather than using something that's a little sort of traditionally hoppy style beer. They put in flavors, and so I mean, they technically count as what they call a liqueur, but you'd never really consider them beers outside of Japan. But yeah, they sort of qualify. Melon punch is my second favorite. All right, there are five main flavors, and they come out pretty much annually. You get them around the same time every year. Milk cult punch is my favorite, and that is kind of a yogurt dairy style booze. You'd think it sounds disgusting, but you take a taste and it is sweet and just a little bit kind of dairy. Man, it's delicious. It's really good, and it sells out really fast. I think I think this was the third year that it's been offered for sale, and like last year it sold out real fast. This year I think they stocked up a little bit more. My next favorite is the melon punch. That's the one they're selling right now. After that, there's a grape punch and an orange punch. Those are good. There's about this one, and then there's the what they call the apple punch. And it's not that I don't like it. It's my least favorite of the five. But I mean, they're all really good. My favorite or go-to drink. Honestly, this is the one that I can get pretty easily in the stores because there are my baskets pretty much all over Japan. And I mean, in my immediate area, if I walk down to Omori, I actually have to pass. Let's see, I pass one, two. There's a third one. If I take a small detour, there will be a third one there. Four. There's a fifth one if I took another small detour. So, like 3 to 5 of these things just in my sort of immediate area between here and the place I usually go shopping. So I can get this stuff there, and it's the cheapest thing around. If I have my choice, if I'm going to have an actual beer, the one that seems to be the most popular is Asahi Super Dry, and I do like an Asahi Super Dry. Those are actually pretty good. That's just a regular beer. Those are nice. Occasionally, Asahi will put out the double. It's a Pilsner and ale, and it's only sold at Family Mart, which is where all those Suntory Punch flavors are sold. And the double, that Pilsner and ale, that's actually pretty nice. But it's only sold, I can't remember when it's sold. I feel like it should have been around by now, but I don't remember when they put it out, so it'll come back out, I'm sure. I think it sells pretty well. Also, you can get the Jack Daniels, the Jack and Coke in a can, and actually, they've been selling since it's a Coca-Cola product. They've also been selling Canada Dry Ginger Ale and Jack Daniels in a can, and those aren't too bad either. I have not tried amaretto. I'm sure I could find it here. That's the thing is that in Tokyo, especially, but really at most of your convenience stores and all that. I think at convenience stores, the only thing because I checked once out of curiosity, the only like liquor I couldn't find was rum. You do have to go to an actual store for that one, but most places will have pretty much all the basics. I'm sure I can find amaretto. There's a huge liquor store run by Japan Rail that's down there where I go shopping, and they've got everything. All right, well, I think we're gonna do one more little taste test, and then I will wrap up this stream. This is not the most interesting stream, I understand, but I haven't done the Brad eats, drinks, or compares stuff in a very long time, and I've had a few things on the back burner. I've got one more drinks and compares that I'm going to be doing later this week. I'm going to try to do it when everybody is, off for New Year and all that. I may do it, say, New Year's Eve day or something like that. I'm hoping you guys don't work those days. No, Kendra, I'm so glad that you got me live too, because I almost never go live. This is going to be my fourth live stream video, I think, ever. I usually just don't because the time difference is so vast. All right, so we have the last revision. I mean, it's good. It's good. It's good. Cheers to it. All right, and here we have the newest revision, and really, this is the only one you can get now. To me, it's about the same. Honestly, I feel like if you were more of a connoisseur, you could probably say, "Oh yes, I could." That's a good question, John. So here's the thing: in Japan, there is no open container law. Period. If you wanted to, you could go to a 24-hour convenience store, and in your cities at least, most of them are 24 hours. Buy yourself like a fifth of whiskey, crack it open, and swing it all the way home, and you're fine. You're not, it's not a big deal. Now, obviously, if you are a danger to yourself or others, if you're drunk in public, if you're falling down in the street, or if you're, bloodying yourself, or if you're attacking other people, yes, that's an issue. But as long as you're not doing anything to hurt yourself or others, nobody really cares. Many is the time I have stepped off of a train and seen somebody effectively sprawled out on the platform, just absolutely wasted and unable to do anything. Sometimes with a puddle of their own sick nearby. It's kind of gross in that case. Public vomiting, they do sort of have a problem with. I have seen signs that say basically, no public vomiting. I went to a gathering a couple of weeks ago, and it was this little tiny place. And in the regular bathroom, the men's, women's unisex bathroom, it was fine. But at one point, I had to go upstairs, and it was just a men's room. And there was a sign in there that said, if you vomit in the bathroom, you pay 10,000 yen, which is basically about $100. 10,000 yen, and you clean it up yourself, or I think they call the cops. They don't like when you puke in public, but being drunk in public or falling asleep in public, like if you're walking home and you just can't take it and you find, I don't know, steps of a closed business and just pass out. Again, as long as you're not hurting yourself, they don't really mind. In fact, I think the prevailing mindset is you're not driving and therefore you're safe, because even though the alcohol rules here are pretty lax, if you have any alcohol in your bloodstream and drive, that is illegal. In the States, you can have, was it like 0.08 or something like that? Yeah, in Japan, if you're driving and they pull you over and they test you and you have any alcohol, boom, you're done. That's 100% legal. Actually, one of the ways that you can tell when there are, say, newcomers to Japan or tourists to Japan, like in groups, is if you're walking in an area that is fairly well known and you see a group of obviously foreign people all holding like a canned Chuhai or a strong zero or a beer or something like that open, you can look at them and say, these guys are either tourists or they're newcomers, because the novelty of being able to drink alcohol in public has not worn off them yet. They're still sitting around going, man, I can't believe I can do this. This is the coolest thing. I appreciate you guys stopping in. I have probably about half of these cans left, and so I'm going to go ahead and finish these before I go to bed. Waste not, whatnot. As always, appreciate you guys stopping in, and we'll see you in the next one.